We're finishing up the chapter on exponents today. Let's get going. We're going to start this the exact same way that we've done every other lesson. We're going to lean on this ladder. So remember, step one is find your level and do your numbers. Step two is climb a level and do your exponents. So let's see what we've got going today. First problem is 14x to the 6th divided by 2x to the 3rd. So obviously we are going to be starting on the divide level. So let's do that with our numbers first. 14 divided by 2 is just going to be 7. And then we need to climb a level and do our exponents and subtract those. So 6 minus 3, this is going to be x to the 3rd. 7x to the 3rd. Now let's hit the brakes just for a second and let's expand this and see why it is like this. So x to the 6th, that's just x times x 6 times. X to the 3rd is just x times x 3 times. Now we know what to do when we have the same thing on the top and the bottom of a fraction. We can cancel it. So those x's cancel, those cancel, and those cancel. And looking back at this, what we've got is we've got x to the 3rd on the top. So this is going to be 7x to the 3rd. Kind of neat how that works out. And with all of these, we can expand all of these and it'll really make sense, or we can just kind of use the ladder and use our rules and see what happens. So the next one, 28x to the 15th divided by 7x to the 5th. So again, it's a division problem. Let's do our numbers. 28 divided by 7 is going to be 4. Now we need to climb a level and subtract. So subtract those exponents. 15 minus 5 is going to be x to the 10th. Right? I feel like I'm going super fast, but I think that this is, as long as we're using our ladders and our levels, I don't think this is going to be too hard. Next one, 7x to the 24th divided by 21x to the 8th. First step, find the level, divide. We have to divide these numbers. Now, 7 over 21, be careful, don't tell me it's 3. Smaller numbers on top, that means it's got to be a fraction. 7 over 21 is going to just reduce to 1 over 3. So this is going to be 1/3. And then climb a level and subtract the exponents. 24 minus 8, this is going to be x to the 16th. All right, let's look at the bottom. So the bottom one, we have x's and y's. No worries, rules are the same. 8x to the 6th, y to the 8th, divided by 32x to the 3rd, y squared. So we're on the division level. So let's do that with the numbers first. 8 over 32, again, that's going to be a fraction. Going to reduce to 1 over 4. Now we need to climb a level and subtract the exponents. So with the x's, 6 minus 3 is going to be x to the 3rd. With the y, 8 minus 2 is going to be y to the 6th. Okay? Not bad. Not bad. Let's look at this. 21x to the 6th divided by 3x to the 12th. So it's going to be a division problem. Let's do our numbers. 21 divided by 3 is going to be 7. Now we need to climb a level and subtract. 6 minus 12 is going to be x to the negative 6th. Now, depending on what videos you've watched where you've been in class, maybe you don't know how to handle this and just leave it there. But if you do know how to handle this, remember what we do with a negative? We've got to take it to the other side of a fraction, a negative exponent. So the best way to write this is just going to be 7 over x to the 6th. Let's look at the next one. Next one again. We are going to, first step, find the level. Well, we're looking at a fraction. It's pretty easy to see that this is a division problem. You know, I'm going to go back and write this just a little bit cleaner. All right, we're on the next one. It's a division problem. So we're going to divide those numbers. That's going to be 35 divided by 7 is 5. Climb a level and subtract the exponents. So 12 minus 5, this is going to be x to the 7th. And subtract the exponents. 8 minus 13 is going to be y to the negative 5th. Well, let's go ahead and clean this up. Let's take the negative 5, y to the negative 5 to the other side, and we'll make it a positive exponent once it gets down there. Okay, let's look at this next one. We obviously have a division problem. Okay, division problem, so we know what to do there. We have to divide those numbers. But there's something I want to look at in here. We've got a couple negative exponents. And if we want to, we could move those negative exponents to the other side right now. But we know the rules for division. So let's just leave them where they are for now and see how it comes out, okay? So it's a divide problem. Let's do that first with the numbers. 7 over 21 is going to be 1 over 3. Next step, we need to climb a level and subtract the exponents. So 24 minus negative 8. Make sure you see it's minus negative 8. 24 minus negative 8. Minus negative is going to be a plus positive. So 24 plus 8 is what we really have. 24 plus that 8. This is going to be x to the 32nd power. All right, now let's be careful again with the y's. Negative 3 minus 6. Negative 3 minus 6 is going to be negative 9. Last step. I don't want, for our final answer, I don't want negative exponents in it. So let's take that negative 9 exponent to the bottom. So this is going to just come to the bottom. That negative 9 exponent is going to become a positive 9, changing the exponents to a positive after we move it. And this is what we have now. 1/3 on the top of a fraction, that looks kind of weird. What if we just move this 3 down to the bottom right here, okay, and put it in front of the 9? So what we have on the top is just going to be 1x to the 32nd over 3y to the 9th. Not easy. That one was tricky. And looking down at this bottom one, this is going to be even tougher, isn't it? Because I see a negative 3 in there. I see a negative 14. I see a negative 7 exponents. X, Y, and Z this time. This is looking really tough. Unless you see something. See it? Do you see it? Do you see how easy this problem is? Are you already done with this problem? Did you already beat me to it? I hope you did. I hope you saw that this was going to the 0 power. Everything in there was going to the 0 power, which is awesome. Favorite problems in the world, because anything to the 0 power is always equal to 1. That's right. This whole thing is just 1 because it's all going to the 0 power. So I hope you saw that last problem before I pointed it out to you and didn't get too far in it. But that's it. Make sure anytime you're working with exponents that you lean on that ladder. Okay, now you're probably not going to have this ladder note with you all the time. So learn those steps. Understand how they work, those different levels, and you can do this. All right, I know you got it. Good luck.